The following thoughts on Happy Hour do not represent Cox Media Group or its sponsoring. Anything you hear may and will be used against you. Thank you.
Hey, it's Riz from The Point in St. Louis. Who is this for?
Ryan Hoppy.
Is that Frankenstein-looking motherfucker?
Yeah, that's him.
You're listening to Happy Hour. Why? I don't know.
Are you feeling classy today? Sit down, pour a glass of wine, and listen to Happy Hour.
You're tuned in to Happy Hour, an hour where Happy rants about something. Sit back and listen in. Happy Hour is on now. Happy Hour is on now.
What up? What is happening? This is Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppy. And for the next hour, my goal in life is to make you laugh. For the next hour, I want to change the way you think about things. I want to expand your mind. But first, to get into contact with me, it's not hard. Tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio. Or if you want to respond to what I say in the podcast, email me, ryan@hoppyradio.com. I'm very open, and I'm always there to respond to love, hate, or nude pics sent my way. But first, let's let the beat drop. It's a tradition, I tell you, pimps. I don't want to dwell on it too much longer because it's going on 4 days and everybody knows. But I'm never been happier because Happy Hour won Best Local Podcast, and everyone knows that. I made a speech about it. But what's flattering is people coming up to me at 1025 The Bone event saying, congrats, Hoppy, saying I love you, Hoppy, wanting pictures. I'm not even trying to brag because that's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is if it wasn't for you badasses, I wouldn't be in that position. So each and every person that listens, that hates, that asks for a picture, that just wants a handshake at an event, I truly appreciate you because Happy Hour would not be where it's at if it wasn't for you badasses. All right. And before we get to this rant, we have some interviews going down this week that I am very proud of, that I am ecstatic and pumped to announce. Tuesday, from the Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point, Riz, the host, will be calling into Happy Hour. Also this week, Orlando, the host of Orlando and the Freak Show on Wild 94.1. He will be calling into Happy Hour as well. And much, much more, including comedian Bobby Slayton. That and more is on the plate for Happy Hour this week. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. I get that when you're a lonely loser, you tend to get offended by things easier. I get that when you don't have much going on in your life, it pains you to see people having fun. It pains to see people showing public affection because you go, oh, rats, why can't that be me? Oh, rats, why isn't my wife putting out? Why is our marriage so failed? I know that when you're an unhappy schmuck or something is not going right in your life or it's sort of flown by and things haven't really worked out for you, I get that that's when you're easily offended. I get that's when you're going to be more prone to bitching about things like seeing people having fun in public. I get that's when the fake outrage comes out. But this next thing I'm going to talk about literally infuriates me. It shows the disgrace our society is going down. The fact that one douchebag who complains shuts down a thing you see at every sports game. The fact that one dude was offended ruins everything for everybody. Sit down, shut up. Nobody cares if you're offended. But frankly, in 2015, going on 2016, I hate the Big Bang Theory. Can we cancel it? Please? I hate the show more than anything. I actually do. I hate the Kardashians. Can we cancel it? No, because I'm one damn voice. Why don't we ignore the hatred and the idiocracy and the bitching each and every week by the fake outrage police? These companies, these sport teams, whatever, they are folding to the pressure just because they're afraid of the backlash and the outrage. Ooh, what's going to happen? Mommies are going to write blogs when they're offended. Guys are going to write blogs when they're offended. What's the worst thing that could possibly happen? And trust me, with all this fake outrage that is going on, it doesn't last long. We move on. Remember Brian Williams? People could give two craps now. They wouldn't care if he were to come back on to NBC the Nightly News. You move on from the cycle of each thing that you are offended by. So that's why I don't get these companies or these sport teams or whatever are folding to the pressure. People will forget about it by the next hour because they're going to be offended by something new. So if you don't want to have this keep on going, just ignore it. Sit down and ignore the hatred. I am so sick of this politically correct crap we are going through in 2015. It's getting out of hand. Like, what are we doing? When I'm offended by this, let's ruin it for everybody. Like, I'm not going to even get into Target, but all of a sudden they're so PC. Really? Just because one blog was offended and it got a lot of retweets? One time, Gabriel Iglesias retweeted me and it got 200 retweets. Should I be on his tour with him? Should I be a roadie? Shut up. Ridiculous. And why are you so offended? Is it because you want to see things that are more successful not be as successful or go down because you want to feel better about yourself? You must be an unhappy schmuck with nothing going on. And here's why I'm ranting about that. It says here, this is from ABC News. This is good. I love this. No, I don't. It says here, Syracuse University pulls the kiss cam following a fan's concern over forced affection. Let me read that again, because I can't believe I'm reading it. I bet you can't believe I just read that to you, to your eardrums. I bet you went, Hoppy, there's no way you just read that. That can't be news. There has to be something out of The Onion. There's no way some douchebag would complain about this. Let me read it again, just to clarify. Syracuse University pulls kiss cam following fans concerned of forced affection. Hey, bud, don't go to the game then. There is not one person ever, and I will rant before I get to the news article, I promise. There is not one person that has ever looked at the kiss cam and went, oh my God, they're being forced. Help them out. Yeah, there's some that are awkward, but I've never, ever thought of it as like forced affection. I think it's kind of corny and lame and goofy at times, but I've never been like, hey, stop. Get the hell out of here. It says here, Syracuse University has decided to indefinitely pull its kiss cam after one fan, not a group. No. Not a blog or comments. Because one fan published a complaint saying the iconic sport event spectacle sends the wrong message at a time when colleges are fighting against sexual assault. I'm not laughing at what he's complaining about. I'm laughing that he would take that out of it. You know what I mean? Like, when you watch a couple on the kiss cam, how are you thinking about sexual assault at colleges? Now, if it was a porno series where sex is going on in a dorm and then you want to complain to like Vivid Entertainment and say that's sexual violence and that's sexual assault, fine. I get it. Maybe there's like a reality show and they show people getting banged in a dorm room. Fine. At a sports game, most of the time the people in the audience, even at a college game, you have to remember, are fans who are paying to go to the game. So they're not going to be on the couch afterwards committing this quote-unquote sexual assault. What are you talking about, dude? Sends the wrong message at a time when colleges are fighting against sexual assault. Yes, fight it. I hate those douchebag frat boys that can't get laid on their own, so they give girls roofies. I hate the excuse, oh, the girl was asking for it. It's disgusting. It makes you a pig. But at the same time, how is the kiss cam even close to enforcing that? What a douche. It says here, a common factor at sport venues, the kiss cam captures unsuspecting couples in the middle of a heart at the Jumbotron while the game crowd cheers for them to share a smooch. Oh no. That's encouraging sexual violence. because a married couple that just got into an argument in the minivan on the way to the game, they don't want to kiss, so that's sexual assault. Okay, makes sense. It says here, Syracuse fan. Sounds like quite the fan. I bet the whole town of Syracuse loves him now. Wrote a letter to the editor of Syracuse. Oh, my God. So he writes a letter to the editor of Syracuse.com, right? Can I get the Kardashians canceled, please? Can I just write an editorial to ETV or send out a tweet to Seacrest, since he's the man that made that big machine, and just say, I think they are talentless women who rely on their big butts and their no talent to be famous because they're good looking? Can we get rid of them? Can we get rid of the Big Bang Theory? Because when you watch YouTube videos and there's not a laugh track, that show sucks. Can we get rid of the Big Bang Theory? Can we get rid of Family Guy because it hasn't been funny since 2009? I'm one voice. I don't matter. Why is this big-time major university falling to the pressure of one unhappy douchebag who is bored with his life, came up with this idea? Maybe he truly is offended, but nobody has ever taken a kiss cam that way ever. And if you have, I'm sorry. It's just fun. It's a sports game. It's a game where you watch people play each other. This is a game. Taking the fun out of sports, man, because I'm politically correct, dude. I go home and watch Downton Abbey and drink green tea. Watch out. I'm so much fun, man. I bet he's the guy, like, let's say like a party or a camping event, and everybody's around the fire drinking a beer. I'm sure this fan, Steve Port, oh, you gotta love Steve Port. I bet he's sipping on like a Hawaiian punch can while everyone's drinking Bud Light. I bet he's the life of the party, Steve Port. Oh, you gotta love Steve Port. He's so edgy. When he goes to church, he sits down. He doesn't kneel. Ooh, watch out for Steve Port. It says, during the kiss cam on September 12th between Syracuse University and Wake Forest, he said it was unacceptable behavior and maybe even assault, as men forcibly kissed women who were clearly saying no as the crowd cheered them on. Can I see the replay of this, please? I want to see how in control they were when they said no. Were they just kind of kidding, like, oh, no, don't do that? Or were they kicking him in the balls while he's kissing them? Like, maybe they were like, I really don't want to do it, but I want to go along with the crowd. But I don't think that was really rape, because I'm pretty sure the girl would have complained, or somebody that was watching it in that audience of 40,000 people would have complained, or it would have been on Twitter or YouTube on a Vine. Dude, get a life. Here's what Steve Port said to the Associated Press, this douchebag. And then I quote, honestly, I wasn't out to kill the kiss cam. Yeah, you were. Because if you weren't out to kill it, you wouldn't have complained. You wouldn't have wrote an editorial to Syracuse.com. And you would have went home and just went back on Netflix and watched Downton Abbey or whatever boring thing you do in your life. Because you're a bore, you're a douche, and nobody likes you. I'm almost positive. I don't know who you are, Steve Port. I just kind of get that vibe because you're mad at the kiss cam in 2015. Man, if he does not like the kiss cam, he should watch some really hardcore porn. Go look up Lisa Antonite or Sasha Grey. You'll have fun there, dude. And look up the videos that are like 45-minute plus. You'll enjoy the next hour of your life, Steve Port. Go get offended at that. He said, I wasn't out to kill the kiss cam. I was just out to raise an important issue that I saw happening, and that's important to me. Okay. Listen, sexual assault is a big issue. Rape is pathetic, it's inhuman, and it's disgusting. It needs to be prevented. We need to have awareness about it. We need to quit slut-shaming the women. We need to quit treating them like dirt, saying, oh, they're asking for it, oh, they want money. Because that's not always the case when it comes to the money. I'm so sick of hearing that. Oh, they're just in it for the money when they complain about rape. No, they got raped and it sucked and it changes your life forever. Shut up. But at the same time, what awareness is there when we are talking about a kiss cam? How about we spread awareness on, I don't know, the fact that Donald Trump might be president, the fact that our country is going to crap, There are so many more important issues this dude could have wrote an editorial about. Because obviously, Steve Port has some pull. Obviously, he's a really powerful dude. If he shut down the Kiss Cam indefinitely at Syracuse University, maybe he should be doing relations with the other countries, trying to get Iraq and us to get along in Syria. Maybe we could bring him to Syria and just give him a megaphone, and he bitches and complains, and all the violence ends. Because obviously, this dude has so much pull. He should be president. President Port. Jesus Christ. He said here, I've always kind of been a little bit pulled off by the Kiss Cam, but never actually witnessed an act of, oh my God, that woman is saying no, and it didn't matter. Ugh. Maybe she didn't want to kiss the dude. Maybe she was annoyed at her boyfriend. Her boyfriend came home late last night, had glitter on his face, reeked of awful perfume. Maybe he went to a strip club and he thought this would be the way to show his affection. I'm sorry, babe, whatever. But at the same time, I can't say for sure. I wasn't there. I don't want to put words in my mouth, but I'm just saying I don't think she was being attacked. Because I'm pretty sure that would have got reported by somebody else in the audience. I would have reported it if I saw a woman getting attacked on a Kiss Cam. I don't think she was being threatened. I think maybe she didn't want to kiss the dude, but I think after that 10 seconds ended, she drank her beer and went back to watching Wake Forest and Syracuse tackle each other. I don't think it hurt her day. I might be wrong. Maybe President Port has a point. Maybe this dude is the next big thing for America and he can change everything. I'm just saying, to me, this is a bit ridiculous. He needs to sit down, shut up, get a life, and quit bitching about things. Maybe get a new career. Maybe they're not giving you enough hours at the office, so you're at home. And you're like, oh, yeah, that offended me, sort of. I want to write an editorial. Get a job, you douche. Whatever you need to do. So I don't know. It's just, it really makes me think of Idiocracy. The fact that one dude, I bet he sounds like Dax Shepard, too, from Idiocracy in the courtroom. I bet that's how he talks. I like money. Like this scene right here.
Objection!
What are you objectifying on?
Come on, just get me on the stand.
Okay. Your Honor, I object that this guy also broke my apartment to shit. Yeah. What? And you know what else? I object that he's not going to have any money to pay me.
Get rid of the Kiss Cam.
Back all the money he stole from the hospital.
Don't say I stole. You're my lawyer.
And I object that he interrupted me while I was watching Oh My Balls. That is not okay. I rest my case.
I love that movie so much. It's on HBO Go. I've been watching it every night. I swear to God. I've been saying it since 2008. I'd be like, oh, yeah, Idiocracy's coming to life. They're like, what? I'm like, watch. It'll be on Comedy Central next weekend. And I kept converting people to the idea that Idiocracy's coming alive. That movie should have been where he goes into the future 10 years since it was made in 2005. Because in 2015, we are basically there. The fact that one dude who was offended by the Kiss Cam would take it so seriously that he would write a complaint to Syracuse.com. And the fact that Syracuse would fold under the pressure because of Steve Port, that they would get rid of the Kiss Cam indefinitely, gives this dude a bigger ego. It makes him feel better about himself. And frankly, that's what we don't want, because things like this will keep happening. We will keep losing more and more traditions because people will keep getting offended. And sooner than later, everything will be politically correct and everybody will be the same. It'll be politically correct. We wear nice suits all day long. We are boring people with nothing fun going on. Shut the hell up.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
This is an official broadcast of Hoppy Radio. For more info, check out hoppyradio.com and hoppysworld.com.